Hi there, it's Jessica. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about DIY paper clips, which I love to use to decorate in my planner. Not only are they great for your planner, but any kind of notebook or journal, recipe book, or Bible. I think they're also a lot of fun to make for holidays and to give out as gifts. You could pretty much turn anything into a paper clip. Here are some examples of some I've recently made, and I want to share with you guys some supplies to kind of look for, and then give you an example of how to make a few so that you could get started making some at home as well. So let's get started. Next time you're out and about, go ahead and pick up some supplies from your local Target Dollar Spot, Dollar Tree, Walmart, or craft store. I love to get ribbons because they're affordable and there's a lot of fun ways to make paper clips out of them. Also, embellishments and stickers work great. We have some of different sizes and textures. We have some bow glitters here. We have some chipboards. Also, the average sticker will work as well if you stick it down to something thicker like a cardstock or scrapbook piece of paper and trim it out, and you can glue that down to a paper clip as well. I think pom-poms are a lot of fun to use at the top of a paper clip. And another thing that I love to do is get some kind of buttons or appliques. I think appliques are adorable because they are usually made from some kind of thick material or felt. Super cute to use at the end of paper clips. So now that you have your supplies, you are going to need some kind of glue to put it to the end of a paper clip. So here are a couple options I have picked up here. My personal favorite though is just to use the good old-fashioned hot glue gun. So I am going to use my glue gun today. Of course, you're going to need your paper clips, so go ahead and pick some up. They're sold just about anywhere in a large variety. I personally like to use the ones that are called large, and they come in about this size here compared to the smaller ones. And I really like to use ones of either the silver or gold tone. So now that we have our supplies, let's get started making some paper clips. I want to start with these paper bow paper clips. They are really cute and pretty easy to assemble. I figured most everybody has some kind of paper at home, so let's get started. First, you're going to need to print out this bow template. I am going to link down below in the description box where I got this exact bow template. So go ahead and print it out. When you do, just trim out 2 of the pieces here. Next, pick any kind of pattern paper of your choice and trace out those 2 shapes on the back of your paper. Once you've traced, go ahead and trim out your bow pieces, and we're going to go ahead and start assembling. We're going to start with this one here, which is actually going to be the front of the bows here. And you're going to want to take a pencil, probably the one that you use to trace with, and we're going to start just kind of rolling like this to make a round bow. Just takes a few times. Have your glue ready. I like to use hot glue gun as I mentioned because it is quick. So we are going to take a small dab in the center and place each of these right into the middle and have them meet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And just give it a second to dry. And there we go. We have the main structure of our bow. Very easily, you're going to take the back part of your bow, and once again, right in the center, just put a little dab of glue, and we're going to center this on top. Right in the center, not too much. Go ahead and line it up. And hold it there for a second. Now there's a couple things that you can do. You could leave it just like this. You could even get a little bit fancy and put something in the middle if you would like. For example, you could embellish the center with some kind of little rhinestone and glue that right to the center like so, or a little pearl as well, or you could even get some ribbon. What I'm going to do, just to stick with paper, because like I figure everybody has some kind of paper at home, take the same colored paper you were using. This is the one that I did. And we're going to trim out a little piece like this. Just about maybe 2.5 inches roughly. We're going to trim off the extra anyways. And maybe about 1/4 of an inch, very small in width. Just to demonstrate. You go ahead and take a piece like that. And we're going to use that to actually go over the center of our bow. And I might want to make my center contrast, so I think I might actually flip mine around and give it a white center. So now we're going to need our paper clip. And make sure that you have the 2 loops here. This is what goes onto your paper or book. You want that to be down, so you're going to do this side with the 1 loop. We're going to start gluing that. Now I'm going to hold mine so that it rests nice and dries evenly. I'm just going to put a little dab and get my paper clip in there and let it do its thing and dry for a moment. Once I think my paper clip is dry, I'm going to go ahead and take that thin strip of paper that we trimmed out, and I am going to start putting another little dab on the back, on top of the paper clip this time. And I want the white side to show. So I'm going to put it so I see the white side up. And then we're going to pinch it till it dries. And we're going to use that to wrap the front of our bow. So take that paper and feed it through the paper clip. And bring it all the way around to the back. And then we are going to finish by giving another small amount of glue to secure it, and then we're going to trim off the extra. And now you have your finished paper bow. It is that easy and that cute. And you can make them over and over and over again. They're some of my favorite, and I think they look adorable. Here is an example of a little journal. Just go ahead and clip it on down. There you go. Next, let's make a ribbon paper clip. Pick some ribbon that you like and then have your paper clips off to the side as well. We're going to also need a little ruler, or you can eyeball it, and your scissors and your glue. I like to use a ruler, and that way I don't waste my ribbon. I like to do mine approximately about 5 inches, and then that does give me a little bit of wiggle room to kind of cut the edges how I please. So I'm going to go 5 inches and give it a trim. And every time I trim my ribbon, I like to heat seal it. So I get out a lighter of some sort, and don't torch it. Just hold the flame near the edge there. And that way it keeps it from fraying. If you don't have a lighter or are not old enough to use one, you could also use clear nail polish at the ends as well. Then very simply, we're going to take our paper clip and we're going to find out where the center of the ribbon is. So you could kind of fold it in half to get an idea. Remember to keep the 2 loops at the bottom. So here's the center of our paper clip, and we're just going to hold the ribbon with our thumb in place, and we are going to take one edge around the back and feed it through and hold it off to the side. I'm going to do the same on this side. Just take it through the back. Now we're ready to give it a nice tug upwards. So just pull up, and you have your really cute ribbon paper clip. Now sometimes it'll stay. I like to make sure that it stays, so I'm going to give it some glue. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these in place by keeping my fingers there, but kind of loosen it back down, the paper clip, so that I could get some glue in the center. I don't like to put too much because I don't want to like have it go all over the place and make it messy, and maybe even a little bit up at the top. Then all we have to do is just pull back up again and let it dry and do its thing. You could leave it just like that, and that's very, very cute. You could also cut different angles at the edges. You can give it a little fold and create kind of a little flagged edge. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that, or you could also go down in different angles. You fold it in half and cut a little triangle to make a flagged edge. If you do that, then I would just once again heat sear it so it doesn't unravel on you. And there you go. Now if you wanted to get fancy, you could also once again get out some kind of rhinestone or little button or bead to put at the bottom. Here's an example with one that does have a rhinestone, or it's really cute as is as well. If you would like to make a ribbon paper clip that has multiple ribbons in it, it really is like repeating the same step. What I'm going to do is pick out 3, I think 3 will be fine. You could always do more if you would like. I'm going to pick 3 ribbons that I like, and we will make a multiple. I'm going to go with some pink shades, so I'm going to go ahead and trim about 5 inches right here. And I'm going to go with this one next. And put this one on the top. Then you just have to layer it in the order you want the ribbons to fall. And just stack them on top as neatly as you can. And once you have them all together, go ahead and grab them. You are going to want to find where the middle is and place your paper clip in that spot. And just like the first round, we're going to feed all of them through the back and hold it off to the side. And repeat. And then all you have to do is give it a nice tug up, and you have a multiple paper clip. At this point, you could go ahead and decide how you want to trim your ribbons, if you want to give them little edges, or you could just go ahead and heat sear it like this. And watch out for strings. Very cute. Now we have our ribbon paper clips that I'm just going to go ahead and put to a little planner or journal, notebook. And there we go. Look how cute those are. Next, let's do the washi tape paper clip. So go ahead and pick the sizes of paper clips you want to work with and your washi tape. I personally like to use thinner washi, but if you don't have any thin washi, regular size will work fine. You could work with it or even just cut it down the length you would like to work with. So I'm going to take this one here, and I love to make these because they look really cute. You get so much washi on a roll, you could make them over and over again. And of course, we want to make sure that we're starting with the right side up. And we're going to feed the washi through the center and bring it up towards the top. Decide about how long you want your little washi flag to go. The nice thing is you could kind of really just trim it down when you're done. Once we get it about the length we would like it, the point is to try to get this washi tape to lie evenly on itself. And it's really nice because washi tape is removable, so if you need to kind of pull back a few times till you get it nice and even, you could do that. But I'm just kind of working with my fingers to get it to lay on top of itself. And then we're going to go ahead and trim it off. And you could trim it at any angle you would like. I'm going to go ahead and just do one little diagonal trim. And there's my little washi flag there. So I'm going to do that once again with one more washi. I'm going to go ahead and go with this pink one, and we're going to repeat the steps. Bring it up towards the top and fold your washi over itself. And this time I am going to cut a little flag, so I am just going to fold it in half long ways and give it a little snip like a triangle, and here we go. Here's our two washi flags. Those were so simple, yet they look so cute. And there we go. Alright, 3 easy DIY paper clips that you can make at home, and the options are endless. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If so, give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button because I would love to see you again soon. Until next time, I want to wish you a beautiful day and happy planning. Bye-bye, friends!